Hi, welcome to MCTV once again for today's discussion on the transfers, how well, how bad it has gone. Actually, not how well. It hasn't been that well at all. For our team Arsenal, we've not been proactive. Again, this season we've not been proactive. That is just the simple truth. It has been very, very, very painful. Of course, we all know that because regardless of what we passed through last season, the owner of the club is still silent. Arteta is still silent. Edu is still silent. As far as I know, they are silent. Yes, of course, I have reasons why I say they are silent, because they have only been able to conclude the signing of Nuno Tavares. Nuno Tavares, they have only concluded. But the deal of Albert Sambi Lokonga has been stretching, though information reaching me has confirmed that it's a matter of today or tomorrow everything will be concluded, because already all necessary agreement has been made, the personal terms, the club fee, the paperwork, just about 95% done and stuffs like that, close to 99% done, but not yet done, because any deal that is not yet done could still be scuppered on the way, which we know very much well. So for that reason, I still see us not being proactive once again. I still remain yours friend, yours brother, Marvelous. Of course, my channel is MCTV. If you are for the very first time watching my video, please, I would like you to hit this red subscribe button and subscribe for me. Also, hit the bell icon so that when next I'll be having a new uploaded video, you will be receiving notification. Also, I would like you to go to the comment section below and give your own suggestion on the discussion of the day. Smash the like button so that we can move ahead. Thank you and God bless you. As we move on, I want to bring in the idea of the information concerning the fresh bid that has been put in place again concerning James Madison. I think information reaching us is putting it that we have actually made a bid for James Madison apparently yesterday. So I think equally they are looking towards making an impressive, or should I say, additional bid to that of Ben White. But like I said few days ago about Ben White, this Ben White saga is stretching so long. It's stretching so long because this is an English team that we all know. We know them, they know us. I see no reason why we are still waiting till now that the deal has not been concluded. And I know very much well that Ben White is not too far from us. He has been playing, in the Euro. We know that Edu can be there. We know that Arteta can be there. Though there will be distraction if they are to approach him, but his agent is around, very much around. The owners of the club, the management of the club, they are all around. So I still wonder why it is very impossible for us to break it up and, seal up everything then and wait for the signature to be signed and get it dusted so that we can move on. As I am perceiving, there could be the possibility that we are not going to be ending up signing Edu. Yeah, Ben White, because with the way things are going, there could be the possibility that at the end of the day, some other club may gazump us and pick him up. It may become the Emi Bondia deal that we thought we have concluded, and at the end of the day, he was taken over by Aston Villa. Of course, it's really very painful for a club like Arsenal to be gazumped, in that manner, to be taken over by a club like Aston Villa. There's no disrespect for them, but I am telling you, it is very, very much unfortunate for us to actually, be seeing such a thing happening to our dear club. Of course, we know very much well that they did very well this season. Of course, we know that they did very well. But we've got the name, we've got the brand, we've got everything, our pride to protect and stuff like that. So I think, for me, it's going to be very, very important and very imperative for us to really understand that we need to make sure that things are moving towards the right direction, so that at the end of the day, we could be able to see the possibility of forcing things to happen quicker and faster. We cannot continue to depend on Nuno Tavares, who we know very much well that is going to be a player that is going to be substituted, that will be taking over the deputy left back position. And we still have forgotten that the Bellerin issue has not been concluded. We still do not have a backup there. We still do not have a potential two that will be playing for us in the right full back position, which we know very much well that the likes of Max Aarons is still very much available. We know very much well that Hakimi, of course, that we are looking at, has been sold or almost on his way to PSG. So I think I see no reason why we should be waiting and waiting and waiting just for us to conclude Ben White. And we have forgotten that there are so many other areas that we are supposed to, cement the availability of players that we needed in such positions. So for me, I think the clock is clicking. Of course, we know today is 7th of July, and anytime in August, about 21st, I think, of August, we are going to be expecting the beginning of the season, and until now, nothing has happened. I think is a failure on the side of the management. Arteta, the owner of the club, also is a failure on their part once again, for the very many times it has happened. And this time around, why it is very painful for me and for every Arsenal fan is that we ended, on the 8th position this season, the worst in so many years. Of course, I've not gone into check how many years it has lingered now, but I think it should be since about 1972 or thereabout. We've not come close to finishing at the 8th position, and yet the owner of the club doesn't deem it fit to start doing something, to start being proactive. I still see Edu not being proactive to the point of luring players into the team and concluding deals. Why should we be waiting, stretching out our muscles, and yet nothing has happened? And that is the more reason why it has been very, very painful for so many players to last in Arsenal, because of the unavailability of players coming at the right time. How can you be waiting for players to come, or maybe when it is almost deadline? You will be forced to buy some players that are not supposed to be bought in. And this is the area we look into. So we really need to understand the reason why it should be very important. And it has become of utmost importance for us to start doing something now, because the fan base has been very silent. I know that the Euros, has also been a reason why we've not seen the fans, coming out to agitate or coming out to, to protest once again concerning all this. But it is a very big illegality to the part of the owners of the club and the management in general. I think it has really got to stop. This is the more reason why we need to go for players like James Maddison, if we so care. We go for players like Hossein Aouar, if we so care. We go for players like Ben White, if we really need him. There are so many. We have Zelinski. He's doing very well in the Euros. I think he did very well in the Euros. We can go for him if actually we are looking at James Maddison and Ben White, and we feel that it's going to be expensive for us or stuff like that. For me, I think he's very expensive. But if that is what we want, why not go all out and get him? If truly the 250k that was given is truly what was given. So what are we waiting for? How much have we spent that we will be waiting for so long for something to happen? So for me, I think it's better for us to start going now, because I think James Maddison, with the information reaching me, I think it has been disclosed that that James Maddison, his inclusion in the team is not going to stop the coming in of Hossein Aouar. So if that is the case, why are we waiting? Why have we not brought in Hossein Aouar till now? Hossein Aouar should have been brought in since Maddison and Ben White are in the Euros. And we are supposed to have concluded every necessary arrangement in signing them to make sure that what we are now waiting is for the Euro to come to an end so that they can put their signatures on the dotted line so that we know that these two guys are already ours. Why are we still wasting time? This is the point where I get so angry and very, very, very aggravated about the ownership of that team and the management itself. Who is lying to us? If this 250k has not been brought in, why the so-called speculation that we have money to spend? And yet, nothing has been spent. We are talking about Sambi Lokonga, not yet concluded. We are talking about this Sanchez. He has not been concluded. We are talking about Nuno from I think what's his name? From I think was that is should it be no, it's not West Brom. I mean, sometimes, you know, when the head is full, I'll get back to you. I'll still bring up his name when I get it correct. So, but these are the areas where now there is an information coming to us that yesterday that a fresh bid was tabled on Hossein Aouar about the region of £22 million, stuff like that. Hossein Aouar is a player we all know very much well that we pursued towards the end of last season's transfer. And we know very much well that Hossein Aouar is not supposed to be anything less than £40 million or 40 million euros. So why are we going for 22, giving an opportunity for others to still come in again? Why don't we go for the 30 million that was, mentioned on the release of this young man? He is just about 23 years, and we know very much well that he is comfortable with the ball, and this is the kind of players that we need. We need his creativity. We need his bold presence in the game. These are the areas that we have been lacking, and yet we keep quiet. Arteta is still there, silent. For me, he is very silent. Edu is very silent. And these are players that has played in this team that knows the culture of the team. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? How long are we going to continue following the same way and expecting a different result? You can't. Of course we can't. We know very much well that we need to, now we are expecting to sell Lacazette in order to raise fund. For who? The 250k that was initiated or that was, brought in for the signings of players, was it a scam? That could be a scam, possibly. I think so. It should be a scam, because if actually there was money on ground, somebody wouldn't be telling me that we need to sell Lacazette in order to fund the signing of 1 or 2 or 3 players, when you already know that there is 250k on ground. I don't like this noise making of the owner of the club or the management always coming out to tell us that we have money to spend, and at the end of the day we'll be waiting for us to sell before we. Why don't you sanction? Why don't you pay off or cancel the contract of Bellerin? I mean, cancel this contract of Sid Kolasinac, so that we know that we have set these guys off. Move for life for a better future. This is something I do not like. Honestly, I do not like it. Hossein Aouar, fresh deal, tabled. Fresh movement for James Maddison. Fresh movement for Ben White. Which one are we following? No one. No serious news coming out of our room concerning permanent signing of players. And yet, we keep talking and talking and talking and talking. The owner of the club still remains adamant. The owners of clubs will always come up and they will make signing immediately. It becomes realistic. But this one, we continue hearing news and news and news, and yet nothing happens. At the end of the season, you will be very surprised that at the end of the season, you wouldn't see anybody that is very important, that has an important attachment to the team. This is very awful, very, very awful. Thank you, and God bless you till we come your way next time. Possibly tomorrow or today's evening, you'll be having information if there are anyone to give. Because I don't like coming online, making empty promises or stating things that has been stated already. I remain yours, Marvelous, or you call me MCTV. Thank you, and remain blessed. But never fail to do one thing: subscribe, share, comment, smash the bell icon so that you'll be receiving notifications and having the blunt truth. Thank you, and God bless you.